So, last time we was all together, you managed to, with the dragon that Morticia resurrected, you flew back to the Escaradin part of the Calm Peaks where the cult of Escaradin was plaguing over that part of the city. You roped Seth in to help you. You had a ingenious plan. Due to some bad dice rolls, it kind of went south very, very quickly. Seth decided to help the best way he could to bring William, who was at a separate part, left in the cave at this point, to count the rest of the horde that you couldn't scoop into the bag of holding. Brought him there. Fighting ensued. However, the head cultist, the leader of this cult, turned you all against each other. In doing so, Dimitri murdered Morticia. There was a bit of a down spiral inside of Dimitri giving up his old powers so he didn't hurt his friends, then his new powers did murder his friends kind of moment. You sought to commune with Totalis to resurrect her, as you did kill a dragon as per his agreement. Technically wrong color, but still, dragon's a dragon. You then, a part of this communion, because you only had cantrips to power the communion, Yakazun, Morticia's father, intercepted. And through some back and forth, deals were made. You gave him a mortal body, which was the dead dragon's body. But now, that's not going to have any repercussions, right? You made a deal. So if Xanthi, Dimitri, or William die again, their souls belong to him. Xanthi for 50 years, after he's not a mean person, and the other two for 100 years. After that, Morticia was back up, mindset, hearing what happened, realising, right, we've got to speed run this now more than ever so that no one dies before we kill the doctor. You appeared in the scarred, dissembled version of what used to be Spellfell, and you met this weird and wonderful old man who was dragging you through this battlefield where more buildings were crumbling and that, and he brought you to the underground actual Spellfell. And you all, Xanthi's already asleep, but you all talked with him, found out he was forged the father of the Imperiums, and you were all going to get a long rest before whatever ensues next. So we pick up with you having that long rest, so you can all mark off that long rest. It does, unfortunately, yeah. But that came in handy. But yeah, one by one you awake, hearing the slightest bang of this hammer. William, you awake. Your armor's now like retracted, but the shield's still out, and like it's kind of like hung up there. And as you look, you now see Forge banging away on the shield. Probably the best. This is you wish you could take it off. I just see you have a line scar through it. I just thought I'd bang that out. It won't serve you quite the same if you don't have it banged out. mean, I'm completely comfortable. Oh, if you have to. And he's still banging away as this is happening. Tung, 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 tung. Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know if this is any better. But yeah, you sat up. How long have you been sleeping? No, not quite. Yes, it has been quite the long night.
Well, when can I have my arm back?
I give me another hour.
Okay. Stay here and I don't know, games for brains or something. I don't know how to pass the time for an hour while one of my appendages is completely inoperable.
Do it quietly.
Okay, I guess.
Or one of your friends could chop your arm off and then stick it back on afterwards.
No, I'm pretty attached to it.
I'm sure that was meant to be a joke of some kind.
Sarcasm, yeah, no. Kind of sarcasm kind of hits me like a wall and just slides down.
And he's just like, You do wake, the rest of you do wake to this hammering and this conversation between William and Forge.
What's going on?
Yeah, why the loud banging?
I don't know, but I think I'm gonna get a headache.
Where? Should I not ask?
Nope.
You
Nope.
probably shouldn't. Just
Okay.
swap. I'll take your headache for my numb arm.
I would rather not.
Oh, you're awake now. My name's Forge. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Do you have to do that? Whilst
Apparently he does.
can you not take it off, or is it attached?
Pulling. No, it doesn't move.
Okay.
I can retract it and that's it.
I did offer for one of you to cut his arm off, and then it would...
And then reattach it. But I'm kind of attached to my arm. We're not doing that.
And then with his hammer in his hand, he like kind of points the hammer at you, Morticia, and he's like, "You don't move, you're next."
What do you need me for?
You also have one on? It's maintenance?
Yeah, but yours is damaged, not mine.
Yours was inside a dragon's body.
And it looks fabulous now.
You don't know what kind of damage the acid could have done to that.
I feel like that's gonna hurt, though. Like...
I mean...
Surprisingly, no. It's just whatever part of your body gets really numb.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like pins and needles the whole time. Especially when it's constantly hanging like this.
Oh, if he... Does he always complain like this? Ting, ting,
yeah.
Ting.
So, quick question. Should we call you Forge or Father?
I mean, considering I'm not your father would be weird. Forge is totally fine.
Okay.
There you go. That should do it.
Thanks. I think my arm's locked in place. Give me a second.
I
But like a really long crack, like pop it out. There we go.
Yes.
Apparently you've been doing that all night.
All night?
Is that going to take all night?
No, I mean, just having a quick look over at yours, you see his eyes kind of like glow quickly, and he's just like, yours doesn't seem to be as bad, but I can see that it has a soul plate discharge problem. So, but I mean, yours isn't blood tamer, so you could take yours off.
Okay. I'll pick it
mine's
up.
kind of
Yeah.
attached to me. It's kind of a symbiotic relationship. Have I got that right?
I mean, yes, it kind of melds with your blood. So therefore your armor is your blood and your blood is your armor.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. It was very difficult to create, actually. That one probably took me one of the longest ones to do. I didn't really like the design of the armor. The armor kind of took over. After a couple of generations of people using it, it kind of evolved. And sorry, I'm rambling. Let me. And then he grabs your Chaos Song corset and he just starts working away. You don't see him use a hammer on this one. This one, he kind of like has like it's like this screwdriver, but the tip is like red hot, and he's like just banging away at it. And then you see like his fingers kind of like go to that same red hotness and like kind of like melt in place the parts of it.
So when Santi was sleeping, did she get to reattune to the amulet that I think Motte should put back on? Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Could she say to William then telepathically, so we trust him?
Still not getting used to it just out loud. Oh yeah, definitely.
You seem quite adept at this. Have you had any experience with tech from the Badlands?
I mean, it's still weird for us to call them the Badlands. I was around when they were just lands. But yes, I have some experience in it. I'm not the most adept, but I do okay. I mean, anything that has been created, I should be able to look over.
The other day, I had a bit of a unfortunate incident with my Mount Aethon here.
Oh?
I think I fixed it up, but it would probably be worth someone more proficient taking a look.
Again with the hammer, like just pointing at you, like yeah, just get in the queue and I'll do it. Like not in like a threatening way, but like it's definitely not in a polite way either. It's just yeah, just back to the line. Just finishing up here.
Like lack of communication skills, kind of way.
I appreciate it.
Because what you do notice when he is working on these things, it's not so much as like a blacksmith like banging away on an anvil and things like this. It's more of a surgeon kind of, like even when he was using the hammer, it wasn't necessarily just like smacking away, no process. It was like a smack and then placing it back. More like a surgeon. Like a
sculptor.
Sculptor probably works better, but yeah, I like surgeon. Yeah, like that, yeah. But yeah, I've told you all my name. Maybe we should do names. You've been here in my shack for the night, so.
Valid point. We did kind of come out of the blue, didn't we?
I would say it was more like a reddish black kind of portal, but.
Okay, yeah, basically. Anyway, anyone want to go first?
I'm Morticia. Pleasure to meet you.
Okay, Morticia Chaos Song, got it.
I'm the grumpy one. I'm known as William.
William Blood Tamer, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Well met. My name is Xanthi.
Xanthi, okay. BattleBorn?
You might be right.
I'm getting
No.
old.
I'm not meant to reflect too much on these. Someone is watching my movements, so I will not say more.
Huh. Interesting. And you?
Hi, I'm Dimitri, and this here is Pabu.
Hello, Pabu and Dimitri.
I think it's Sun Splitter. I don't know if I can remember that one correctly. Sun Biter, Sun Eater, something to do with the sun.
Something like that.
Comet Flare? I get a good sense of Comet Flare off of you.
That's one that split the sun or something. I know there's some one book said something about the sun. I don't fucking know, honestly.
I mean, there is there is Sun Splitter. That one's quite a.
Oh, we just read of that one. Okay.
That's an interesting one. I don't think any of you here fit the profile for it, though. Although I've been wrong before.
Oh.
So
we just wander around. We safe here?
Yeah, quite safe. However, I probably will say you'll probably be even safer after you complete your trial. Looks directly at Xanthi.
Don't say that! We put her to sleep for a reason!
Xanthi's just doing her best to dissociate.
What? Why? So most people would love to know that they're going after.
Look.
But
Don't. Please. There's a reason we're doing this.
So, to fill you in a little bit, I'm going to write it down, though, so I don't need to say it out loud. And William will write down what he understands, that the fact that if Xanthi goes through an Imperium, there might be danger again, and just pull that out of the notepad and hand it to him. I can just burn it up, actually.
You do realize once. Okay. Possibly,
we're all
maybe.
Quite new to this.
Possibly, maybe, if you do what must be done in the completely opposite sense of never completing it at all, potentially you would never have to worry about everything ever again because it could happen before you know this, right?
No, I'm lost.
I hate how that makes sense. Did none of you keep track of that? Oh god, okay.
No.
Long story short, if you don't do it in the first place, they might still be in danger anyway because they might still come to fruition.
Right. So either way, we might end badly, so we might as well do it.
Anyway, yeah.
The results could be the same.
Finally, you're speaking my language.
Why they didn't actually keep up? With the amount of random shit that we've done, I thought they would at least be able to keep up with that.
I don't know. Mother always used to say I did speak backwards and forwards at the same time.
Oh, you can get used to double negatives. I had a lot of double negatives. Sorry.
Where would we go to find the thing we need to find?
If you was looking for something, then you would only need to look outside to find something buried where it could be if you was looking for what it was.
Perfect. Got it.
Oh.
William?
And what you're saying is we definitely shouldn't go outside and look for something that might be buried. Awesome. Would you say that the person that shouldn't have it should be the person that should go look for the thing that they shouldn't have?
I would say if you wanted to have the thing that no one could have because you shouldn't have it, then be needing to shouldn't have it means you must have it.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So maybe open our non-existent map so that we know where the person shouldn't go looking for it.
Yes.
Oh, she gave you the map.
Yeah, I've got it. Probably didn't see it, honestly. Just pulling it out of the armor, like, yeah.
I mean,
it's not really hidden.
Yeah, but how do I put this? I don't care.
Valid point. Okay. Right. You want to put yours back on so that we can do it and not get the false positive?
I mean, it depends on whether or not it's ready.
Give me a moment. I'm trying to... This is just slotting together like... Another 10 minutes. Surely you can find something to do for 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that's not a problem.
I do have a question regarding where we are. What's the history? Did we go underground?
Oh, yes. So you're in the new city of Spellfell. Basically, there was an old city of Spellfell. Then there was a new city of Spellfell. Now there's a newer city of Spellfell. Basically, back when the Brink were not just banished to the Badlands, they used to roam in Zetagen, the continent of Zetagen, quite a lot. Spellfell was one of the battlefields that they liked due to the natural materials and minerals that run beneath the ground. And as he says this, you have a moment to look around and you can see like veins of like metal running through here. And so that destroyed the first city of Spellfell. Then the Siberic Assembly rebuilt it. I don't know if you know, but the Siberic Assembly is going through a bit at the moment.
Yeah, they kind of dig.
And it's crumbled down. There was a bit of a battle. And now we have the newer city that we kind of built.
Old new city.
Yeah, we kind of started to build when Siberic Assembly was in power anyway. And this is what it is before you, underground, yes.
Are there any good stores we maybe should look into?
I mean, I don't know what you mean by good stores. We have the basics. Yes.
I need a crystal ball. I don't know if you've got it down here or not.
Potentially.
Before we go looking for one, we should probably look at what we've got to see if there is one anyway.
Yeah, can you ask the bag for one?
I can take a look inside it.
Also, I'll be honest, just pulling out like a handful of gems. None of these are crystals, so that doesn't help us. Putting them back in the pocket.
I did try looking at the hoard. I didn't find one, but potentially might have put one in the bag.
Yeah, well, you were kind of looking at surface level. But we did push like a pile into the bag, so...
Yeah. I also need a pearl if we have one too.
I'm sure there's a pearl in here.
Pearl might be easier.
Could Santi go rooting around for those?
Yeah.
If there are.
I would say you probably would find a pearl, definitely, as per your search before. No crystal ball. But you do find about 50,000 worth of gold and 20,000 worth of other gems, including a pearl. You can divide. I'm willing for you to divide up the gems in what needs you want from it, as long as it totals 20,000 in the total.
Sure. Do you think this will do?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
And how much was that worth, just so I can mark it off? Does the gem have a value?
The pearl that you need.
The pearl does. The pearl gives me at least 100 gold, so I'm hoping it's 100 gold worth.
Yeah, I'd say probably 150, just to split hairs.
Oh,
But I would say if you're looking for, we do have a couple of stores in town. You have Rafnar's Emporium, Cyrus Rafnar, delightful man, bit strange. He sells all manners of knickknacks. Nothing too looks you all up and down. Nothing that accomplished adventurers like yourself probably would need, but you might find the crystal ball there.
Okay, worth a shot.
The other is what is the name of that place? They sell like potions and stuff.
You want to finish working on the armor and then
my brain is just and he's just like tapping about and then he's just like
like have a clear mind so you're not doing two tests of one.
We can just go and take
Come
a
back
look.
after. I doubt anyone's going to try and stab us down here, right?
I mean, I hope not.
Okay, that's all I need. I trust your judgment.
However, I would probably refrain from showing off any Imperiums down here because there is kind of a bit of a contest for BattleBorn, and if they see you have it, they might immediately think you're after it.
Hey.
The Health Flow, that's the name of the potion shop. The Health Flow. By Madam Flo. Madam Flo, she's a lovely, lovely lady. Makes a good soup. Yes.
Perfect.
Right, well, I'm going to keep this, and it's just going to retract. That's going to stay dormant for now.
And this one should be good to go. Let me take a look at your horse.
Would it be all right to leave him in your care?
Of course, of course. I like things like this. He's just like, yes, charming.
But I also have a gear that I no longer need. Is there a place I could sell it or donate?
I mean, maybe Rafnar might take it off you, Cyrus Rafnar. Rafnar's Emporium. Like I said, we're very basic down here.
Sure.
I mean, maybe some of the other, you will find a lot of adventurers about down here, purely because of, like I said, there's a bit of a competition on BattleBorn. There's so many legends around BattleBorn that everyone wants to try and get it. Apparently, yes. And I'm just here to see who gets it, really. I wouldn't want...
Side question.
Yes.
Would you recommend that we try and buy a shovel?
Why?
You said it was buried.
Yeah, buried, but not buried. Like, buried as in embedded. Not buried as in underground.
Kind of like the Sword of Legends kind of embedded. Oh, okay, got
kind
you.
of like the
fairy tale, yeah.
The Imperium Excalibur, it was stuck in a stone, kind of that thing.
Yeah, that fairy tale. Okay, cool. Oh, actually, now being in this world, it's less of a fairy tale than it is reality. But anyway.
Yes.
So shops?
Shop.
Yeah. I thought he meant it was buried underground. It's like I was walking out. I thought he meant it actually buried.
I thought the same. I thought it was like a tomb that we had to uncover.
Like a pirate's chest, something like that. Yeah.
I'm not tomb robbing with the amount of fucking bad luck that we've been having.
Yeah.
We'll be cursed to go bald or something, knowing us.
Anywho, which shop do you want to visit first?
Potions, please.
Sure.
I could do with picking up a few healing potions too. Sounds like a good idea.
Let's buy all the healing potions.
Yes.
But remember, they're going to be quite scarce here, so it might be worth trying to buy stuff off adventurers that they might not need as well. It might be a better source of items in general because, seasoned adventurers like ourselves might have something interesting that they found that they don't want themselves. Especially with them being limited to supplies down here, like you were kind of suggesting.
By the way, does anybody want a potion of frost giant strength? It makes you really strong.
Yeah,
like a giant.
I know the giant potions do that. I can't remember which one exactly it is though.
I think it's 23.
Nice.
Yeah.
I could, but my strength is already on flexes a bit. Pretty on
Fair enough.
And the first time I died, my body kind of reacted oppositely, so I'm fine. He's got my glove pointing at Dimitri.
I'm also more magic based now.
So maybe we just use it as a bartering chip?
I guess, yeah, sure. I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be a moment. I'm gonna be like, I wish I was super strong.
Also true. It could come in handy.
Possibly.
As you step outside this shack that he brought you to under the layer of ground darkness, which is quite weird in itself, they kind of have like these little stones embedded into the tops of the makeshift sky that this underground thing makes, and they kind of light up now to simulate daylight. And you see only a few buildings, but there's people everywhere. And you see like different groups of people, like they kind of look like adventuring groups. You see so many different people from walks of life. Like there's this one figure in particular that kind of catches your eye. She's wearing all black, a kind of leather armor, short, spiked black hair, elven features, kind of just like looking you up and down as you go, and she just takes out like an apple and starts biting it as you walk past. And then immediately
keep your pouches close.
You see this makeshift molehill far, 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 far down, where they kind of have like people queuing up to, and there's like this spear, it's embedded in the ground at the top of the hill.
I guess that's the one?
Possibly.
Should we get in queue?
Maybe not just yet.
Can we watch maybe? See what happens? When others try it?
What if one of them gets it?
For some reason, I doubt that. Considering that this one was extremely picky.
And then a fight to the death.
It's just a random spear, right? Perhaps I could just walk up to it and take it if it is.
Just jump the queue and go.
Let's all try it. Just cause.
I will drink a potion and try it.
Because wait, the potion.
As you're
like, either way
talking, going through, you see this other guy kind of catch your attention. He's like an elderly guy, slicked back, grey hair, human features, wearing like this red overcoat that he wears as a cloak. He has like this golden handled rapier at his side, medals adorned on his jacket, his inner coat, very neatly dressed, scars where cheekbones indents should be, and he has this weird contraption on his shoulder. You've seen, due to your pirating adventures, you've seen guns of kinds before, and he's just like, oh, hello there, are you looking for a better weapon than the weapons you have? I am Hunter Lee, and I could upgrade your weapons in a jiffy, or you could buy this off of me. It's the Rifle Maker 2000. It leaves holes in the enemies quicker than you can do with a sword.
Okay. Your pitch needs some work. but maybe we can have a conversation at some point.
Oh, I'm sure we can. Just show me that you have enough gold to purchase, and we'll be done.
That seems weird.
Yeah, no. Now you seem like a con artist. You went from being respectable seller to con artist very quickly.
I am Commander Hunter H. Lee. I have served on the front lines in these brink wars for many years. My name is famous in the Badlands. I am almost a king on Ottogan, the other continent. I came here just to help people out.
Yeah.
Xanthi?
I'm going to turn around and look at Xanthi's
Yeah. Has Xanthi ever heard of him? And can she make an insight check?
Oh, yeah, make an insight check.
Or just stare at Xanthi.
Like, did she know this guy?
14?
14. Yeah, he's kind of
talking bollocks.
Telling the enhanced truth, should we say.
Talking bollocks.
But you have heard of a Captain Hunter H. Lee. However, you recall him dying on the battlefield in the Badlands.
You claim to be Commander Hunter Lee?
Yes, quite right, yes.
You're looking more alive than I remember you.
Oh, sorry, yes, I'm coming. Yes, I'm coming. And he just like walks away into the crowd of people.
He could have possibly actually done something if he just shut his mouth.
Yeah.
He had a good pitch, and then he fucking ruined it.
Maybe
Anyway,
we should stick to actual stores.
Yeah.
I still have some faith that some adventurer might have something of use to us, but stores first.
As you continue through the town, trying to look for the healing flow, you come across this other figure. He's got like tousled blonde hair. It's kind of like, even though there's no wind down here, it's like waving in the wind, you know, very like heroic, pretty boy features. This starkling white armor with overcloak, with gold pauldrons and like gold accents and like, you know, cheekbones that could cut the earth in two. And he's just like, well, you know, I tried to take BattleBorn for myself, and I did succeed, but you know, it didn't really go with my drab. You know, I wanted more of a challenge. Pulling something out of the ground is no challenge, so that's when I decided I was going to go fight a dragon. And I did, to be fair. Killed 6 of them, all at the same time. Yes. Oh, no autographs. No,
Maybe dragon eggs.
Just keep walking past, ignore him. Just keep walking, just ignore him. He's speaking bullshit.
But look at that armor! Clearly, it has never been in combat!
Yes, I know, that's how we know he's speaking shit. Also, those kind of chicken legs that don't seem to fit in that armor properly in the first place either. Anyway, let's keep going.
Yeah.
The last figure that catches your eye before you get to there, there's this humanoid figure, dirty brown hair, mud patches on his face, armor that has clearly seen better days. He carries like this giant, like thick, like two-handed sword that's kind of slotted next to him. He's like slotted down next to a barrel, and as you go past, he's like, "Can I have some gold for the king? Gold for the king? Any gold? I could do things for the money." He's just trying to get like any type of money or anything like that. Yeah. He's like, "How about we play some dice? You just need to bring me some dice."
Did he just say king? Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, I think it is.
Possible. Just question. Is there any distinctive like markings or emblems or like hint of nobility on any of the armor, even though it's like kind of beat up and that? Is there any significant, signature that would show that he would nobility at some point?
So what you do see actually, you do see a symbol of kind of like this sword that's been cracked in half, and there's like faint like what you can see. It's very hard to make out, like this armor's very banged up and that, but it's like almost like flames or smoke breaking out the sword. I'll give you a history check on that one, William.
15. Why did you do it twice? 15.
15? Yeah, that's part of the Swords of Dusk at some point, or at least the armor is a part of the Swords of Dusk.
Even though he knows he needs to keep walking, I'm guessing that'll pique his interest.
I mean, yeah, it's so with a 15, you would know a little bit about the Swords of Dusk. They were guardians of sorts. They did have some sort of imperiums themselves, led by, you can't remember the faction's name, didn't quite roll high enough. Faction leader's name didn't roll quite high enough for that. But yeah, they from what you remember, they kind of had imperiums. They were quite a big thing, but they kind of fell after the Brink Wars kind of got like
down,
like after they got kind of scooped up and banished to the Badlands, there was no need for this faction. And after Daggaxarth became kind of like not ruled by a king in particular, kind of having like governing bodies instead of a king, they kind of just started to disband.
Yeah, even though he knows he needs to keep walking forwards, there's going to be that little like shred of humanity where he's going to like backpedal a bit. He kind of like kneel down, taking like his water skin and like a piece of cloth and kind of like cleaning the emblem off properly.
Thanks. I kind of made myself dirty.
Yeah, you guys kind of fell by the wayside, didn't you?
Yeah, well, when you fight monsters and the monsters are taken away from you, and then he kind of like stands up and looks around at like some of the other adventuring parties. Apart from these monsters here, you kind of yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well,
so you're going to give me a gold?
No, not really. He's going to like reach into his pouch though and like take out platinum and just kind of put it in his hand and close his hand around it and just be, I think you guys are worth more than what you ask, honestly.
Oh, well, thank you. If you need anything while you're here, Sir Russell, at your service.
Pleasure to meet you. William. Used to be head of the Grey family. Probably a bit old for you guys.
No, I remember the Grey family. I mean, at least I remember. I met someone once. He was called something Grey. Or maybe his first name was Grey. Or maybe he wore Grey. Brain's a bit foggy.
You know anywhere to eat here?
What are you looking to eat?
Honestly, I don't think we have any issues with preference.
if you go to, you see that building there, it kind of looks like a rundown house.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, they kind of do like basic meals. It's quite reasonable, quite cheap, but it's quite tasty.
Being sober yourselves up and meet us there. We've got a bit of work to do, and then I'll kind of ferry my people around afterwards. So,
I am sober. What makes you think otherwise? I can stand. And he goes to stand and falls like even further back.
dude, I can smell the whiskey on your breath from here.
Weird. I didn't drink any today.
Yeah, anyway. If you can meet us, then I'll pay for your meal.
That's very nice of you. You are again...
Ray.
Right. Yes. I will meet you there later, I guess. I'm, as you can see, I'm very busy right now.
Yeah, he looks like he needs a nap. Kind of pat him on the shoulder and kind of catching up to everyone else.
Yeah. But as you continue, you do manage to get to Heal and Flow. One of the buildings here that actually has color to it, kind of has like this, whereas all of them seem to be like grays and like dark colors, this kind of has like red and brown colored brick. So yeah.
Looks nice.
Are there many people milling about, or does it look busy?
It is quite busy, yeah. You do see like two halflings kind of like running backwards and forwards. They're wearing like basically kind of like a store clerk kind of get up with like this leather apron, walking back and forth. And you do see at the main counter there's this like elderly big lady. She's got like this hair like is so untamed. It's with like shocks of grey and green and brown in it. It's like kind of like a whole hodgepodge of colour. And she's just serving people as they go. The two halflings are serving people as they go. But there is a queue, but they seem to be going through quite quickly.
Other than the healing potions, anything else anybody wants?
No, I think that's about it for me.
Yeah.
No, not anything that comes to mind. You're going to make anything else that we neatly want, so...
I guess we could see what they got, like extra.
Mm.
You know, you kind of tailor-make stuff for it as and when we need it.
Shall we join the queue?
Yeah.
Yeah, before they run out of stock.
As you join the queue does go down quickly. You probably spend the better part of like 10 minutes in queuing in total, but by then you do manage to get up to like this lady. Now you can appreciate how big she really is. Like she's kind of like hunched all on the desk, you know, and she's just like, I'm Flo, Healing Supreme Cleric of the 32nd Order of Health. How can I help you all? You are the most serious people I've seen around here all day.
Hi.
Hello?
When have we been serious? Anyway.
I was thinking this.
Yeah. I think we're looking for some healing potions. What do you have?
Healing potions? Well, we have healing potions of every kind. We actually, Brack.
Yes.
They both come up like, yes. Go help them. We need to go check the back for some healing potions.
Okay.
And they just scatter off. Healing potions. Oh, yes. So anything else while they're looking for them?
What else do you have?
Anything that could aid in a fight, honestly.
I have...
We've got ourselves in them quite often.
These droopy like sleeves kind of go. And she goes, I have these. These are potions of water breathing. If you're fighting underwater, they can let you breathe. They would help. No, you don't like them? She throws them, and you just see one of the halflings just like, no! Grabs it, and she takes out another one. She's like, what about this? This is a potion of vitality. What
does it do?
Basically, when you get really tired, it helps you. Above table, it can remove any exhaustion levels you have, and also ends poison conditions. And you regain a maximum number of hit points of any hit die you spend. No, you don't like that. And we also have, oh yes, potions of resistance, and she's got like 8 of them in her hand, and like holding them like in each
colors, like.
Yeah. Now these can resist damage, so if someone tries to hit you with acid, flicks it up, and then fire, cold, just flicks them all up. They make you able to take a bit more of a smack. So,
you got necrotic.
I do have necrotic.
If I remember correctly, if we're going to where we are going to at the end of our journey, we're going to definitely want that for what he's specialized in.
And maybe for our next mission, we should also take some fire ones.
Might need fire ones. I'll be okay, but yeah, for you guys.
So 3 potions of fire resistance and 4 of necrotic.
And possibly force as well.
Okay.
Am I making up psychic? I might be making it up.
No, we do have psychic.
Psychic could be nice as well.
What he does, he does do psychic damage, yeah.
Okay. Roman psychic.
You do realize though, little sweethearts here, only 2 of these can stack, if you know what I mean. If you take more than 2, it kind of gives you an upset tummy. No one wants an upset tummy.
It's more
we wouldn't use it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more like getting our ducks in a row. Fire ones are for the next thing, and then we have something to do afterwards that needs this, and then something after that.
Hey,
we're very busy.
Honeybean, you are funny. Ducks in a row? I have not heard that before. Anyway.
Fire, necrotic, psychic, and force?
Force, I think, yeah.
And how many of each one of them you want?
From the top down, 3 fire, 4 necrotic, 4 force, 4 psychic.
Brick, you better get a shopping list out in here. They don't understand that I'm trying to remember this. Sorry again?
I can write it down if you want.
No, it's obviously...
William will happily, scribe it.
Right.
3 fire, 4 force, 4 psychic, correct?
And 4 necrotic.
Oh, and 8 necrotic, okay.
4 necrotic.
4.
Okay, fine. If you want to be boring.
I was going to say radiant, potentially, as well. I don't know. For the next... It could also be radiant fire.
Could be radiant fire, but I think the fire is a safe enough bet.
So
we don't want to burn too much, even though we did quite a feat earning what we got in the first place. But anyway,
you must be big spenders. It's gonna run you quite the hefty price. They are 300 gold a bottle.
And that is 15 at the moment, which 15 times 3 is 45 plus the 2 zeros, so 4,500 gold.
Is there any discount because of bulk buying?
Yeah, bulk buying is quite nice. And we still want the healing potions. So
I don't know what kind of fancy places you've been before, but as you can see, we're not in the best of place to do bulk buying.
No, this is mainly a place full of adventurers that are looking to stay alive.
God damn, I wish I could bulk. Oh, sorry, not goddamn, please.
Do you have a preference on how you would prefer to be paid?
Yeah, with money.
No, like precious stones and gems, or just
no. Only hard gold. I mean, I'm willing to take platinum, but none of that silver nonsense.
Yeah, no. Carrying around that a lot, that amount of silver must be tiring for some people. I know some people that do go out onto, like, after battles and stuff like that, and rummage for, like, the silver and the coppers out of walls and stuff. Yeah, that's a job you want to have.
That sounds awful. So that's 15 potions so far, and you wanted to know about healing?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so I have 8 superior healing potions.
And how much each?
Oh, well, they are a pretty penny, my little friend. They will run you 1,000 gold apiece.
Do you have any regular ones too?
I do have a couple of Brick.
Yes, here.
And there's about 4 regular healing potions.
If it's okay, I would take these too.
Oh yeah, I mean the regulars. I mean, I tell you what, I don't do bulk buying, and if you tell anyone I did do bulk buying, I'll shoot you. How am I going to shoot you? You don't want to know. But I will do the regulars at 100 gold apiece for you.
That's not too bad. They're only 150, I think, if we've got them before. Some places 75, but honestly, that depends on if that's a place that has the specific herbs that's needed. Sorry, I'm rambling again.
I do have something you might want, and I'll show her the potion of giant strength to see if she maybe may be interested in it.
It's not bad.
You definitely seem like the person that could sell that.
I could sell it. You're willing to do a bit of a part exchange with that?
Yes,
absolutely.
Part of the price of what we're buying, and then obviously the rest in gold, since that is your preferred currency. Well, it might be platinum and gold. We'll have to go through it.
That looks like a frost giant strip, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is.
So, I mean, I'm willing to put that through at the same price as superior healing, so I'd say I'd take 1,000 gold off your total.
Sounds right.
Yeah, that's too bad. Okay, so am I calculating the 8 minus technically 1 because of the frost giant potion? You want all 8?
It's right, little darling. I've already worked it out. That's 11,900 gold you owe me.
Okay.
Wow.
Much appreciated.
Hey, it's my living. I need to be quick on the numbers.
Does that sound fair to everyone?
Yeah, no, that sounds exactly right. Taking off these, double checking.
I mean, and if you want to leave me a tip, that's fine as well.
Say the 12,000.
I mean, I wouldn't want to push that upon yourself, but 12,000's a nicer number.
Yeah. Makes it easier to keep count of what we've used as well, if we're using around,
Just think of the children, and Brick and Brack just like,
yeah, think of the children.
You don't happen to have a potion that might help us, like, against someone that has resistance to our damage type? Like, to make our attacks hit harder?
Yeah, something like potion of vulnerability, I think.
I don't have anything like. I mean, even if I did, you would have to feed it to them. That's how that would work. It wouldn't be the case of applying it to a weapon or something like that. However, if you want,
I was thinking of the opposite, like make us stronger so that we hit harder and then they take more damage.
I don't think it works quite that way. I mean, if you want this giant strength potion back, I suppose that could make you hit harder technically. But that will cost you 2,000 gold to buy it back from me, It's,
for sure.
I do have... if any of you do like piercing or slashing damage, if you're any of them, and she like mimics like firing a bow and like stabbing with a dagger or a knife.
Yeah, just the sword in the sheath in the open. Yeah. So
I do have
oil of sharpness.
Well, yeah, technically, and you can apply this to this, and it gives you a bit of extra damage when you hit with any of them weapons. That's basically all I think I could do. Yeah. Oh, and if you're bitten by a werewolf, I do have a potion of lycanthropy antidote.
As werewolves?
Well, I mean,
Yes.
they're kind of fancy. They're called curselings, you know. But yeah, technically they're werewolves.
Wait, because we faced one, didn't we?
We did face something like that, yeah.
But I thought I was the one with the memory issues. Excuse me. What have you been traveling with this whole time? Yes, technically I'm the opposite version of it. But if I exist, wouldn't they exist?
I mean, you're cute as a button. Maybe you're a were bunny or something.
No, I'm not one of the curselings.
Oh, okay. Then I do crucifixes for sale.
Please, no.
We have tried that before.
Have you tried hitting them with it? That's generally what I think should happen. I think there's a myth of you show it to them, they don't like it. But if you polish one up and sharpen it, and
actually make contact, yeah.
Yeah,
no,
hit them with
please,
it.
No.
Okay. So, what are we doing? Are we taking the Isle of Sharpness, going once, going twice, going 6 times? You want anything else? Going 5, 2, 9?
I think that's everything. Everyone happy?
So,
I also realized that I probably will not need one of these resistances to psychic, so you can have this back.
Oh, okay, so that'll run you 10,900 gold.
Sure. Here you go.
So
Just
11. So 11,000.
Shut up.
You don't want to do the tip. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Sorry. My friends don't want to tip you.
Well, Brick and Breck, you better get packing. And they're like, oh shit. And they just go about the shelves like getting the stuff.
Oh, okay, you can take the 100.
I'm not going to, let them drop it on it. I will do piles so she can see it easily because I'm not an asshole.
But yeah, it does take a while for him to pick everything you ask for, but you do get 3 potions of fire resistance, 3 potions of psychic resistance, 4 potions of necrotic resistance, 4 potions of force resistance, 8 superior healing potions, 4 regular healing potions, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Is that coming from the gold in the bag of holding?
Bag, yeah, technically.
Okay, cool.
I can give 3k if you guys don't want to remove
What?
everything from
How much do you
the
have?
I remember she got the bag off the pirate ship that has our 5 grand collective
Oh, yes!
that we've been slowly using, and then we got the hoard. See, I would also put towards it, but I have 2,000 worth of gems, and she said she didn't want gems, so...
Yeah. I can't put anything towards it.
It's fine. We've got more than covered.
Well, thank you for your little business trade here. That's going to keep the children happy and fed for a couple of days.
Days? How many children do you have?
That's a bit of a personal question, isn't it not?
All right, sorry about that.
No, I'm joking. I have like 12 kids.
Big family.
They must be big kids.
Excuse me?
Sorry.
Let's move on. Reporting doesn't actually shoot us. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, you can add that to your thing. Did you want to head to Rafnar's Emporium next, or what did you want to do?
Yes, please. If that's okay with everyone.
Yeah, no, but need to see if we could get rid of these gems and turn it into actual coins, and coins are easier to give for trade than gems are, and not a lot of people want to,
Unless it's like a jeweler's or something here.
I also have some things to sell. I have like some great swords that we got in.
Yeah, I got my
shit like that.
got my shield and stuff that I don't use anymore.
Do you think Forge is the only person that really makes weapons here? I think there's like a normal armorer here as well.
I mean, if you can have forge, or you can have a normal
Armorer.
person. Yeah. Wouldn't you
Maybe,
go for forge?
I kind of don't want to ask him to make me something because it feels rude. Maybe let's see if there's raw resource there, and maybe I could ask, but we need the raw resource in the first place. And I don't want to take a pickaxe to any of the cave walls because I also feel like that's a bit rude considering this is where people live now.
That's fair. We'll see what they got.
As you are continue to make your way through, you do see a couple of like children just on the street kind of begging for like some coins and stuff. Clearly their houses have been destroyed by the wreckage and stuff like that, and they're kind of just like, please miss, please sir, could you spare a coin for food?
How many kids are there?
There's probably about a group of 4. They all seem to be siblings.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give them 1 gold each.
Oh, you're a lifesaver, sir. And they kind of like go up and help each other up and like start to walk around, going into that place where you saw Sir Russell said was a good place to get a meal.
That makes a very good point. So I do know if someone can get something to eat, it's not going to be, premium food, but it's going to be good, hearty food that will get us through a day kind of thing. So
Fair enough.
That's why I was being so nice about. Yes, even though he looked like a state, he is actually a nice. The order kind of died when the thing they were made to fight disappeared. So I should have asked him why they didn't just move to the Badlands to continue the fight, but no, I guess bureaucracy.
Yeah, as you continue walk through, you do see the only other building in this place apart from Healing Flow that has any colour to it. It has this big elaborate sign over the head of it saying Nah Emporium. The RAF has kind of like fallen off. The Emporium bit's still like emblazoned. It's kind of got like some magic like runes on it. It kind of like flash and like gives a bit like fancy like doof, 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 doof. As you go up to the door and you open it, it's like tiling, 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 tiling. And that's a good place to take a break. So, as you enter the building, tilling, you see there's like cases and cabinets, like glass covered cases, cabinets, empty, like shelves, like literally everything taken off the shelves. There's like a few like trinkets left scattered around, and you see strewed across the desk, this figure wearing purples, reds, blues. He's kind of got like this long flowing hair. It's kind of got like a bandana. It's like pushed it out of his face. You see like a loot that's like scattered on the floor. And as you come in, you just hear like the dropping of a bottle, and he's just like, "Oh, hello there."
Well, at least you're alive. It looks like you were dead when we walked in.
No, definitely not dead, unfortunately. I am Cyrus Rafnar, and welcome to Rafnar's Emporium. Okay. Looks can be deceiving. Let me just get someone who can... And he's like, whistles. And you see this chest come walking in. Let me see what I have in here. He opens it up and he starts like pulling like random bits out. He's like, what are you in the market for? I have a little bit of something left, but not a lot of everything. So I might be able to help.
Well, for starters, I was looking for a crystal ball, if you have it.
A crystal ball?
Worth 1,000 gold?
Oh!
Probably.
I mean, yeah, that's on the shelf over there. No one seems to want one of them.
Perfect!
Okay, done! Next.
I think we are also looking to sell some things, if you're interested.
I do have empty spaces on the shelf, so if we can negotiate a good price, I'm willing to take it off your hands. Yes. Would you like to know what I have in my box?
Yeah, might as well.
Sure.
Would you like to know what we have to sell?
I guess that's how it should work, yes. Please, guests first.
Okay, one of the easier things to explain is we have a vast array of different precious gems that we're trying to exchange, either for items or they're close to their value, because obviously one-to-one value is not really realistic, is it?
I will be completely honest with you. Gems are not my forte, and I don't really sell them that well, but I'm willing to take them for 90% of their actual value.
Yeah, I think that's relatively fair, but secondly, anyone else? Because I got the majority out the way.
I got scale mail armor.
Okay.
It's pretty good condition. I have a mace. I also have a great sword that I would like to sell. And I think that's it from me.
And then I have chainmail, a halberd, a shield, and a spear.
Okay. And you're quiet over there. Anything to sell?
I don't have anything now.
Oh, okay.
Just hit the peruse, so perhaps any trinkets you might have to sell?
Oh,
Just souvenirs to bring back home?
Oh, yes. I mean, I do have these any like rummages through the chest, and he's like, I do have these I visited Spellfell's commemorative cups. They are 1 gold apiece. I have quite a lot of them. No one wants to buy them, apparently. However, I will go through what I have just momentarily in here, but I do need to check your items you want to sell. I do need my friend to help me with that. Sid, Sid! Sid! You just see this little rat, like, scurry onto the... Hey, what have I told you about using my real name? We have things we need to sell. No, we need to buy. I have things to sell, but I will do that afterwards. Okay, you want me to do what? Just check that they're not magical. Okay. Abracadabra. Yeah, and he's just going to cast Identify. None of these are magical, correct, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yeah, no, they're normal.
So, because they are technically common items, he's willing to give 100 gold per item.
Sure.
Oh, fair.
And then, obviously, the total of gems you want to get rid of, Kisban, would be minus 10%.
90% of, yeah. You want me to get the wrong fucking voice? You want me to get rid of all the ones in the bag as well with the ones that I have in my pocket?
We might as well. Wrong voice as well.
That's the problem with playing multiple characters. Anyway.
It should be fine. In case we perhaps find use for them later, we have more than enough gold as it is.
Maybe we do half. We're still going to lose at least 1,100 if we do half, but it's better than having 11,000's worth of gems that aren't able to be moved in the first place.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Do we really need to sell them already? I'm sure we can find somewhere we can sell them at a higher price.
Might as well hold on to them. We don't need the gold.
Well, they're not taking up any space, technically.
Yeah.
I'll at least get rid of the 2,000 that I just had on me when I fell through a hole because somebody tried to summon me. And yeah, you take the ones that are out in his pocket that I kind of like just stab him in the leg constantly whenever he moves. You know, just for comfort, because at this point it's annoying.
So yeah, he would.
So
1,800? Yeah.
Yeah.
1,800 that, and then for every item you want to get rid of 100 gold per one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he's like, now for the show of shows. He claps his hands and like the lights kind of dim in here. There's like a fog that starts to like bellow out of the chest, and like blue lights start to ignite on the floor below. He's like, so for amazing looking adventurers like yourself, I have rummages through a wand of fireballs. No, okay, puts that on the desk. How about a wand of lightning bolts? No, okay, puts that on the desk. Ah, a ring of regeneration. No, okay, puts that on the desk. This one is mighty. A hammer of thunderbolts. I see you have, oh, this hammer seems to like you, young man, whatever your name is. Seems to be attracted to your gauntlets you have. Anyway, puts on dust. You don't want that test, fine. What about a magical ring that can grant one wish? No? Okay. And pulls this out. A javelin that when you throw it, shoots lightning. Or at least that's what it says on the tin.
You have a lot of lightning-focused stuff.
Yes.
Do you have a preference?
No, I just... Listen, I get
kind of what
these...
we just did. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, you know, I go, I buy things, I sell them, I buy, I sell, I buy, you know, and then I get this.
Oh, people really don't like lightning then, do they?
Well, I mean, I brought it from a very genuine dwarven blacksmith, and he seemed to be quite shocking that he had a lot of this. Anyway, how about a scimitar of... I don't know, it's very quick, I don't know. No.
Can I look at the scimitar?
Yes. Here. Puts it on the desk.
Try and figure out what it does?
I mean, you could look at... unless you've got Identify, I'm going to say no. It's one of them ones like they all just look like basic kind of items. It's only like ones he's given names to. He takes out this thing and he's like, it's in a box. And he's like, opens this box, nothing's in there. He goes, this is a ring of invisibility. This is a very trusty hammer. It's known as Sunforger. It does things. I don't know what it does. Anyway, and this pulls out a scroll. This is my last item. Kind of spins it on his finger. This, I tricked a wizard into giving me this at a very good price. Having found out how much I got it for, I need to sell it for twice the price he sold it to me because it is very dangerous. Not that I know what any of these words mean, but it's a scroll of Meteor Swarm.
Oh,
Can I see the ring of the wish?
Yeah, he's like, yes, here.
I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, it's a very nice golden ring. It has like a amethyst gem embedded in it, and it kind of has amethyst
Does
lines.
it seem like it has any sort of magical properties?
Oh yeah, no, these do definitely radiate any magic. Like if any of you wanted to do a check like that, if that's what you meant, yeah, all of these are magical in that regard. Sorry, so Kisman, if that's what you meant earlier, yeah, they are all magical. Yes.
Okay, yeah, just seeing what the vibe was.
Yeah, no.
Like,
the
only, a normal scimitar.
The only one of question is the ring of invisibility. You're not sure. Yeah.
It's just can't see it.
Yeah.
oh, it's actually.
Yeah, you open the box and there's nothing there besides a very nice velvet box. It's like, what if it's not in there? What if it fell out? Anyway.
How much would I like for this one?
The ring of regeneration? That would run...
The wish one.
Oh, the ring of wish, the one wish left. Well, the genie died giving me this last wish to store in the ring, so I would be willing to let it go for 30,000 gold.
Nah.
We have enough, if you think.
I know we have enough. It's just I feel robbed. I don't want to pay that much.
Anyone that would know anything about trading values, it should go for about 50,000. Because it is a quote unquote legendary item, and legendary items should be 50,000 and above.
50.
So just feeding that into your values that you would know as adventurers.
And how much for the scroll?
Oh, well, you see, a wizard sold it to me for 40,000. I thought it was a very good deal, and then I found out what it is, so I'm willing to part with it for 60,000. That's double, you know.
Yeah.
I think that the ones that I'm most interested in would be... can anyone use these ones? For example, the fireball one.
Yes. They work. You kind of point them at something as he does a discharge of fireball. Just you hear screams just outside the town.
Well, at least it works.
So I would be interested in that, and perhaps you see this javelin here, I think you said?
Yes, the javelin of lightning. It.
Do you think...
You throw it, and then it...
And do you think it would be used up for this, or is it single use?
That's a very good question. I've not thrown it, so I would not know. I would imagine you might be able to get... No. I've learned my lesson. Slow learner, but I understand not to point wands into open streets. So, oh god, there's a lot of people running there. That caused quite a big explosion. Anyway, if they come in, my name is John.
Sure.
But no, the javelin. So it's kind of like a once a day ordeal. So you throw it, it works. If it hits, it comes back to you, but it no longer has the lightning ability until the next day. It kind of has to recharge. Shocking, right?
Quite. I think those are the two that I would be interested in.
Oh, so the Wonder Fireballs and the Javelin of Lightning?
Indeed.
So the Javelin of Lightning, 300 gold for that. And the Wonder Fireballs, 1,000... 1,400. I couldn't get the numbers out of my mouth.
You said something about a sun forger. What was that again?
Oh yes, picks up
weird hammer thing.
Yes, this hammer here. It's so it's basically like a hammer. You can apparently reading the label here. You can throw it at about 120 feet anyway you can see. It vanishes in an explosion, deals additional fire damage, and then returns to your hand afterwards. It's an action to make it do it, I believe.
And is that like, can we do it like once a day kind of situation, or?
Yes, apparently once it explodes, it will no longer be there apart from the handle, and then the head reforges in the next morning.
Cool. Okay. And how much is that?
That is will set you back 5,000 gold.
Okay. Okay. Well,
I don't know why they want you to throw a lot of these things. It's really weird.
Technically. And the ring of invisibility, can I touch it? Is it there?
Yes, just be careful with it. I did drop it at one point and I couldn't. It was very difficult to put it back in the box.
That's fine. I won't pick it up. I'll just prod so I can feel like a ring.
Yeah, so he opens the box, you touch it, and there's a ring there, yeah. And there's a moment where you put your finger in the ring and you kind of disappear for a moment and then you're back out again. He's like, see, it works. It's actually there. People think I'm trying to con them.
And how much is that one?
That would be 20,000.
Okay. That might be quite useful.
Yeah, the Ring of Wish as well.
Yeah. How much do we got? Maybe we discuss it away from.
Yeah, the rat there's just like. Wait,
maybe let's write it down.
Yeah.
We could just all write it down and I could pull all the numbers together.
Okay, so I'll write down 3,356 gold.
Okay.
Basically, and we'll write down 63,950 gold.
63,953?
Just 50. Yep.
Oh, 50, okay.
I see your game adding 3 gold to the total.
No, I think the 3 was from Morticia's, wasn't it? Morticia's was like
no,
56.
Yeah, 3,356.
Okay.
Yeah, Dimitri?
Anything?
I got because I just got an extra 400 from selling. Let me actually.
Because the stuff you sold, yeah.
Let me add that so I know how much. Yeah, he'll write down 1,116.
Okay, so in total, 71,112 between us.
Yeah, but we definitely don't want to use all of it.
No,
Some
not
of it
at
was
all.
also in
Gems, which will lose 10% of its value, so it's actually more like 69,112 because it'll do 2,000 of its value because of the gem depreciation.
I say we only buy one of the big price ones. I don't think we should go for the 2.
Can't you identify?
I can. Yeah, I learned it. That's why I needed the pearl.
Because he didn't say anything about the scimitar. He just said it's a scimitar, and I don't believe that.
He
said this. Put it down.
I'll need to touch it, and it'll take me 10 minutes.
Oh, please.
Would you mind?
Yes, of course. As long as you don't leave the door. If you do leave the door, I will sit on you. Sid's like,
That's okay.
Would you mind finding out what it is for me?
Sure. And yeah, I'll spend 10 minutes to cast Identify as a Ritual using the pearl.
okay.
That I now have.
So this scimitar is a scimitar of speed. So it's +2 to attack rolls, damage rolls. In addition, you can make 1 weapon attack as a bonus action on each of your turns. Proficiency with scimitars allows you to have proficiency to it. So yeah, scimitar of speed.
So an extra attack as a bonus action.
Yeah, basically.
Looks like you can attack quite a lot with it.
Yeah, I attack quite a lot anyway. Nah, okay. I thought it was something, like I stab someone, they get engulfed in flames or something, something interesting. But hey,
Oh,
I
well,
guess
if
being
our
quick
items
is
are not good
useful.
enough for you,
I
sir.
apologize.
Good God.
Oh no, I just mean it doesn't fit what my desire is. So I appreciate it, though. All the same.
Well, I mean, if you wanted a big hitting weapon, you could go try and pull BattleBorn from the stone.
Maybe after this.
And he kind of looks out the window. He's like, I do think I've cleared the queue with that fireball. Maybe I might try it, actually. Sid, maybe you should go try it. Sid's like, okay.
Okay, so what are we definitely getting?
What do you guys want?
I definitely need the crystal ball.
So that's 1,000. Yep.
If that's okay. The others I don't technically need. So
I would say get the 2 items that Zenti asked about.
Yes.
And just double checking above table, the wand of fireballs definitely isn't. I think normally it requires achievement by a spellcaster. Is that the case here too, or?
No. So above table, I think that's a shitty rule.
Cool.
So I
No,
changed
I
it.
like that. Respect that. Yes, if you would not mind, I think these 2 would be quite useful.
Yeah. And then either wish or invisibility.
I was saying, is the invisibility? Can you just do it multiple times? Or again, once a day type situation?
Yeah, no. So, if you would indulge me, he takes the ring out. He's like, see, invisible, not invisible, invisible, not invisible, invisible, not invisible. Oh, fuck. Where's the ring gone? Shit. Bear with.
So do either of you have fairy fire? Because it would still light it up if you hit it.
No, but I can do
No.
detect magic. And see if I can.
That should light it up as well.
Again, it'll take me 10 minutes.
Yeah, as you do that, he's like, and you're like, oh, it's over there. And he's like, oh, got it. See, told you. It's a tricky thing once it falls and drops on the ground. And yes, may I suggest not getting your fingers cut off by a sword?
Good to know.
Putting it on a chain?
I mean, you could put it on a chain, I guess. But yes, that's a good idea. Maybe you could get more people to carry it off to a mountain. I don't know.
And then this wish, is it? What's the what's the word?
So,
Extent of it? Like, is there limitations to the wish that we can make?
a dying genie, on his last breath, gave me his last wish. I stored it inside this ring. He said any wish he could cast within this world would be able to work. You could not obviously wish for someone not to exist, because that would just, it would cause a whole kind of paradox of like, if you wish for someone not to exist, they didn't exist, and then there would be no reason for you to wish to exist, but you've already done it. It would cause like a whole kind of paradox.
It's like the time travel paradox.
I mean, that's fiction, my friend. But yes.
That's why it's a paradox.
Would you, just hypothetically, I'm just spitballing ideas. be able to break like a pact if you made one with, say, for example, I don't know, a demon?
You are hilarious. Demons don't exist. That's just what we say. Sorry, my dear.
Go to bed.
No. It's just what we say about Dustbloods. It kind of gives them a bad name, but demons don't exist. No.
Okay, cool.
They're
Sure.
kind of like a state of mind, you know.
They didn't give us an answer.
Well, I mean, if you presume they exist, then yes, it could do something like that, yes.
Could it freed anybody of its power?
I'm not kind of understanding what you're trying to say.
If I asked for the ring to make you powerless, would it work?
I mean, I wouldn't really know. It depends on power in general. Whether it's borrowed power I actually have, you know. It depends on your friend's theory of demons. Some of them, you know, if you was to have power borrowed from them, probably it wouldn't rob the person of power because they're still using the power of a demon, I guess. Again, demon, you know. So I wouldn't quite know how that would work. Normally, you know, the only thing really is the genie was like, be careful how you word it. So, you know, Sid, that's how he sounded, right? No, I think he was a bit more gruff. Be careful how you word it. Yes, I think more like that. Yes.
Should we go on a vote?
Both are
I
useful.
don't care what you guys do.
I'm thinking wish.
I'm thinking wish too, but I feel like invisibility long term could be better. But
I mean, I can cast it. It's just that's like unlimited uses. I have my limitations.
Also, if you buy this ring and then you accidentally drop it and we never find it again.
yeah.
Yeah, true.
We get into some really, really bad positions at times.
I've speaking of that actually, I've heard halflings are very good at finding rings.
You will not believe how hard it is not to pick up one of these pencils and throw it at you right now.
So will we go for the wish one?
If that's what you guys want.
Let's do
And
it.
then the stuff that Xanthus wants and anything else?
Not for me.
And the crystal ball.
Visible. Yeah.
Crystal ball, the two things that Xanthus wants, and the wish ring.
Yeah.
So what, 30, 31. What were your items? It was 300, 1400, so 17?
Yep.
17, 20, 27, so 32,700 gold.
And something will fish that out of the bag.
Would you like to use the gems? Because that'll be 18,000 of it, so we have more of actual disposable coin than holding on to gem.
I tell you what, as you're doing quite a large purchase, I will just take the gems at the value you say they are. So if they are equal to the
It's
value you
about
say,
20,000, yeah.
yes, then I'm willing to take it. Yes.
That'll leave us a
By
lot
all
more coin, which is a lot easier to move than it is
Yeah.
gem. Not every seller is interested in taking card raw.
Let's do that.
Sure.
Okay, 20,000 worth of gems, bag, and then the other 12,700 gold. There you are.
Thank you. Sid will have to just make sure these gems are worth what you say they are.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
And Sid will just tediously go one by one, like.
I hope Dimitri has a slot to attune to the ring, because I don't.
I do.
Yeah. You get your items. He does check all of it. It does take a fair bit of time, but after a while, yep, all done. Get your items. He takes the gems and the gold. He's like, oh, that was a pleasure doing an exchange with you, I guess. He kind of claps the chest, kind of like scurries off into the back room. Oh, I meant to put the stuff up. Anyway.
Have a lovely day and thank you for your time.
Oh, thank
Even with
you.
the half an hour it took us to, identify things and find out exactly what they did.
Well,
And also found a ring that someone dropped.
Yes. I don't know who dropped that, but I will get to the bottom of it.
Just like the ring got to the bottom of the floor. Anyway.
Well, yes. Sid, quick, there's a cat.
Oh.
What? He just runs off.
Okay, so.
Oh, I got my crystal ball.
Off we go.
But yeah,
Everyone happy?
outside,
Yeah.
As you go outside, like, everywhere's clear, right? The queue that was there is like no longer there. It's all like hidden, hidden, shaking, and then there's some people trying to patch up where this fireball went off.
Sandy, I think it's your chance.
We all
To
want to
take
do
this
it.
totally random spear.
Yeah, go.
I'll give it a shot, I guess. Why not? And yeah, we'll stride up to the spear.
Okay.
Right behind her.
We're getting a new line. We'll start a new line.
Start a new line. Sure, might as well.
As you get up to the mound where the spear is, Xanthi, you can't help but feel like this pull towards it. Like, it's like you're walking up to it, then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I didn't mean to run. And like, you know, your knees kind of jolt a bit as like it flings you forward. You then start to hear, hero of legend. Come, test your mettle. Our challenge is not one of physical strength, but inner strength. The rest of you kind of see Xanthi just like blank out, eyes kind of glazed over, completely just walking. You're still like talking about forming a new queue, and Xanthi's just marching forward.
I will cast Bless.
Okay.
I have faced many challenges of the heart and mind these last year or so. I'm sure I'm up for the test.
Place your hand to begin.
And yeah, sure. Reach your hand out.
Okay. As you reach your hand out, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
26.
26. Very nice. There's like bursts of blinding light shooting off all around as you make contact with this spear. The rest of you come blinded by this, just seeing this shadow of Xanthi just vanish in this blinding light. As you, Xanthi, are like falling through this light, you land on your knees around a campfire. Xanthi, you haven't touched your soup. What is wrong with you? And you see Myra there.
Greetings, mother.
Why do you...
Can she cast Detect Thoughts?
You can't at this point. You look down and you're not wearing like the armor that you've come to be wearing. You're in your old traditional scout leader gear. And you see like standing around you, you see Xandria, you see Chloe around there. You see Theo, you see Synth, Melissa, Reese, and then just walking through, you see Queen Rosemary just. Reese is kind of like fighting with Theo about like getting the bigger bowl. It's like, it's mine. Stop fighting, you two. But one day.
I think for a moment she just breathes it in and knows something isn't entirely right, but good to be back even for a moment. Just like I remember.
Queen Rosemary kind of stands next to you, just like, what do you mean, just like you remember? You only left a minute ago. Well, maybe a few minutes ago.
I suppose it is relative.
Well, today is your actual 19th ceremony where you actually are you ready to become one of the commanders?
I think with close tutelage, I'm more than ready.
Yes, Chloe is a asset to us all. But every commander, when they take up the watch, they do get... She kind of like waves her hand and you see many steeds like Aethorn. Just... There's kind of one that's a slightly a bit smaller. Looks a bit weaker, but your eyes kind of draw to that one. And she goes, you can choose which one you want. If I was you, I would take the big one. Strong.
She kind of shakes her head slightly and walks straight over to the small one.
Okay, I guess. And as you touch Aethorn, there's like, you remember the connection that was formed between you that day. And like the feeling surges through your body. And then another figure, all glowing in this radiant light, kind of like walks through everyone, kind of shunting aside the memories that you're living in at the moment. Remember that day?
Who's this?
You're not sure. This is just a figure. It's like blinding light. No solid form. It's the same voice as before you started witnessing your memories.
Like it was yesterday.
And what about if I said to you, you could have that now?
What has been, has been. The future is what we will make it.
It is true that for most people that is the way it works. However, some are born different. You were born different. Special. Strong. A once in a lifetime birth was yours. I feel it. I see it. With me, you could have this. And you could carve yourself out of whatever it is you're doing in the now. And have everything you want.
I would be living a lie in a bubble. There are those outside of this bubble that bring great pain to others, that need to be brought to justice. And perhaps just as importantly, if not more so, I have friends that are not here.
Friends, yes. What about if they were here? We could do this.
Then the evil would still exist, and they would wish to banish it with me, I believe.
But you know, going down this path, this is one that could ultimately lead in you never having this again.
Standing by and doing nothing allows evil to triumph. It takes good people standing up to it to make a difference.
Okay. What about if right here, right now, I give you the memory that you're living in at the moment fades to monochromatic and then just like drops into a pool of like this reverberating liquid, just this figure bright as the sun illuminating this space and like reflecting upon the pool. What about if I gave you this and raises a door, opens it up? This is a door that has people in it. They're cheering, they're smiling, they're happy, and you can see the lips moving. There's no sound yet, but you can feel and see with the lips moving, the doctor's been defeated. The doctor's been defeated. All hail Xanthi as this happens. This is one possibility. And as you look there, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Nat 20 for 24.
Okay. There's a moment where you do want to fall into this, but you just happen to turn and see where people are cheering in this moment. There's 3 graves.
And
You
what
see.
is the cost of this?
Well, you would have everything you wanted. You would be strong enough to defeat him. It would just cost you these strangers you travel with.
Not going to happen.
Strong-willed. We do like this. If not this, then you open up to this and shows you another door where you see the doctor standing over your friends and you panting hard, cuts glistening with fresh blood. Every time one of them tried to stand up, they just keep getting knocked back down, and you're still there. This is the reality. You must know this.
How do you know this?
But
But we don't have the power to change it.
You don't have it yet.
Perhaps with your assistance, we could get what we need to make it so this does not happen.
very willing. But there is one test. I'm going to show you 3 figures. One of them, you have to choose. The one you choose will be safe. The other 2, nothing but a memory.
And this is the cost of you joining us in this fight?
This is a test. That's all it will be. No harm will come to them from me. Three figures burst out of this radiant being. The first one glows ever brighter, then takes the form of Reese. The second one takes the form of just someone you've seen in one of the towns you went to. Nothing connecting you to them, just a normal villager. The third one turns into Dimitri. If you say evil is going to exist no matter what you do, how does evil begin? By doing something selfish. Now, make your decision. And your vision goes white again as they are now all hanging, tied up from this cliff edge, and you're at the bottom looking up. And you see this beam of light slash all the ropes, and they begin to fall.
You say there will be a memory. How? She's already rushing towards them.
The voice goes quiet.
Oh.
What are you doing, Xanthi?
Going for Dimitri. Yep.
Yeah. As you step, you hear the voice go, "Your sister, she's falling. She's going to hit the rocks."
I happen to know that one of these has a little ring that might be able to help if things go too far south.
Oh, you're expecting them to have what you know them to have? No.
Her steps falter a bit.
As you look at Dimitri, this is not the Dimitri that you know as of today. This is a younger Dimitri. This is when you first met him.
It is my memories of them.
Maybe if you choose the right one, it would be like a memory. If not, someone is going to suffer. And if you do nothing, it's worse than being evil. What are you doing, Xanthi?
I think it is the best chance we have to defeat the doctor.
Oh, the doctor.
He will fight stronger than any that I know.
What
Together
about
we can defeat him.
if I tell you that to stop him, you have to save him? What about if I told you The two you know are memories, but the one actually fallen is the doctor in his young, juvenile state. Would you risk your sister and your friend to save an innocent life? If that is what he was before he was evil.
If I got the chance to prevent the evil that he would inflict upon my sisters and others, I would take it in a heartbeat.
Well, you don't have long. You can only save one of them. Choose.
Yep, I think she's going for Dimitri.
Yep. As you go to step towards Dimitri, you see the middle villager just fallen, and in the moments you see all the things that have happened still take place. And this form of Dimitri just looks at you and is just like, it's okay. You can save him. You can stop this from happening.
I don't understand.
Sometimes you have to be willing to help in order to save. Sometimes darkness can only be vanquished with light.
You wish for me to sacrifice you for him?
It's what I would do.
I do not want to give up whatever memories or whatever this is.
A leap of faith.
If you think it is best.
I can help. And he starts to loosen his grip from where you're holding him.
Very well, do it.
And he begins to fall. Reese is fallen. The villager is still fallen. Do you want to continue with Dimitri, or do you want to go for the villager? Or do you want to get Reese?
And Will. So, could she make some kind of insight check on Dimitri? On this Dimitri? Does it look like there's something behind this appearance of him that rings true?
I will say I'll let you make an insight check in general of this whole. Basically, I'm going to let you insight check yourself.
Cool, okay.
This is, yeah.
Not bad. 23?
23 is very good. This all seems to be you get the sense that this is not to sacrifice one for the other. It's just to see if you really would give everything to save what has happened. If you could do everything to make sure that that would never happen, would you? That's what you're kind of getting, piecing together. It's like that's the only reasonable reason why Dimitri would say it's fine.
Somehow choosing this younger doctor will prevent it from happening? Is this what you're telling me?
I am merely giving you a choice. But some choices in defeating something is sometimes to show kindness. If you could go back in time and prevent this from ever happening, would you? If the answer is yes, you know what you have to do.
And then, yeah, taking off towards the random villager.
Yeah. As you jump, grab the villager, in your arms, the villager's face becomes that of the doctor, looking at you as Dimitri and Reese. The water waves over you. The illuminating figure comes back and it's like, you did it. I didn't think you was going to make the choice. Well done. My power is yours. And this doctor just fades away into water from the pool you've been standing in the whole time. And the figure holds your hand as the light from you three now fades. Like, almost like an eclipse happens. Your vision, at that moment where the light is compressed into a single point, it becomes too hard to see. But then you see Xanthi standing there, holding this glowing Labrys. The spear gone. And that's a great place to end today.
You did it!